former Lions wide receiver, four-time Pro Bowler, Herman Moore. Herman, thanks for joining us, first of all. And this whole experience for these guys has to be pretty exciting.
No, it is. It's an opportunity for them to have some camaraderie and have an opportunity to get with the host family that's here and learn a little bit about our culture, play a sport that is global. And one thing I've had an opportunity to speak to a lot of the players and find out what their thoughts are in being here, and they're all loving it. And I think this is an outstanding event that's put on, and I hope it continues to grow past the 10 years that it's already achieved.
You're the honorary chairman for this. You follow in a pretty long line of illustrious guys. Jake Delhomme did this, Dan Reeves, John Madden. So that's some big shoes for you to fill here, huh?
It's some pretty large shoes to fill. You know, it's one of those deals where when they go to a host city, they look for someone who's there as indicative of good citizen, someone that can bring positive influence to the game. And you look at the guys that have participated in the past. It tells you the range and the scope of this event. And I look forward to just going out and watching the kids play. They've done a great job of preparing themselves. And I had spoken to a few of the players, and it was also mentioned earlier in the press conference, the things that some of the kids have to go through. It's not like here in the States where you can participate and there's room and roster for you, but some of them have jobs. Some have to go out and earn their way to be able to participate and make some dedicate themselves to being able to participate.
Now, if you could give one message to these guys playing, what would that be?
As the Japanese coach had mentioned, it's not about really your size. It's about just going out and playing the game and with passion and going out and playing the game that you love. And if they love doing what they do, then that's all what it's about.
Now, there's one thing that all these guys have in common. They're all playing for their country. That has to be pretty big for these guys, pretty big honor.
It is a big honor. It's the Olympics for them on the high school level. They're representing, they're wearing their country's banner on their back. And for them, when they go out, they're going to play that way, and that's what they're here representing. So it's in one side, it's fun, and they're here for the camaraderie and the friendship and those things. But on the other end, it's pride. It's pride that they're playing for. And, Canada is right across the border from us. So, that's always going to be a rivalry. But, this is going to be an outstanding thing for these kids. And I look forward to just going out. And this is my first year participating in it. And hopefully it won't be my last.
Now, these guys, give some perspective. You played in 4 Pro Bowls, and you played in a game where you didn't have a whole bunch of time to prepare for the game. That was an all-star game. Give us some perspective. What are these guys going through with not a whole bunch of practice trying to get ready for this game?
It's always tough if you don't get a lot of practice and preparation. For these guys, it depends on what their practice and preparation was prior to coming here. If they had the opportunity to do it, it's all going to just come back to them. It's not something they're going to have to struggle with or work overly hard for. I think all of them are going to be ready. Some of them just lack experience because the sport is new in their country, whereas others have done it year in, year out, week in and week out. So it's going to be like putting on a shirt to them. And that'll tell, the United States, obviously, and Canada, we're pretty close to our sports and we do a lot. So for the other teams, I think it's a little bit tougher. But, you'll start to see as in all sports, as it starts to catch on, every team catches up and the gap narrows.
Now, you've got a chance to talk to a few of these guys. What's the general feeling with all the players?
Well, for the ones, they speak all different languages, and interpreting and understanding most of them, they're just happy to be here. And they're looking at it from a competitive standpoint. But for the most part, they just want to go out and have fun and represent their country as well.
All right, I got one final question for you. You're the Lions' all-time leader in receiving yards, receptions, and touchdowns. So you're obviously probably still a pretty big Lions fan. What do you think about the new hire, Rob Marinelli?
It's going to be tough. They brought in a lot of coaches. You always wish the new coach coming in well, but he's got to understand what he's up against, and it's always tough. I don't think the Lions are still in a rebuilding stage as much as they are in the structuring and really teaching their young players how to get the job done. I look for the Lions to really go out. If they're supportive of their coaches, and that's the players, speaking on behalf of the players, if they're supportive of the coach, I think he can have a quicker turnaround than his coaches that he came in that he's in afterwards. So.
All right, Herman, thank you very much for your time.